He's like, I'll see you someday. Hmm. Dog. Yes, silly little beanie. Yes. Yes. So for when now that I mentioned it, that there's only one armor set that could change, and that was what Trinto usually wears, the Safi armor, and that what Jay sees, that was not really any armor he sees now that I think about it. Like that black armor looks little different, and that had a two set of wings, and one of the wings that when he saw Trento go into a fight helping a one of the high rank hunters with a Teostra and a Kushala situation, that he noticed that the wings look a little different, and that the horns and the eyes started looking different. And but the noticeable feature is the tails and the chest. Though it was a little bit unnoticeable, but Jade could have sworn that he saw a eye come out from the middle of the chest plate, and sworn that he saw two tails. That one of them looks like a saffy tail with a little bone like spear on the end of the tip, and the other tail that Jay noticed that it was a very dark long tail that was longer than his other tail. And he was like, wait a minute, something's not right. Those tails. You said, Zenitas, you said that there was no any other armor that can change, right? It's like, yes. How does it change? Like, well, for Trento, if he unsheath his weapon, the thing changes, right? But Trento's not wearing any weapon. Where's his charge plate? And that Jay finally noticed that Trento was not carrying any weapons by him. And well, he doesn't underestimate the boy. He knows that Trento can fight without a weapon. That's what Scotty taught him. Gentle was just more or less laughing and mocking the monster, saying that you're both not the real rulers of this place. There is only one ruler, and that is me. And Jay noticed that his voice got a little bit darker, and that there was something else behind that tone. And Jay could have sworn that he heard that from somewhere, or noticed that in the tail, the claws, and the armor as well. From thanks to Zenithus mentioning that no other armor can change. He's like, wait a minute, those wings, that tail, and that little color. Hmm. It should. No, it cannot be. And Jay only thought it was a little bedtime story that his father told him just to keep him asleep. Or told him that this was that. No, he has heard that there were times where monsters would come to worship their god. But Jay only thought it was a myth, that it was a bedtime story, and was just a little offering of some sorts. They don't sacrifice each other these days, but he thought it was just a myth. But now he's thinking about it. He was like, wait a minute, could this be? And then he's like, what are you talking about? What could it be? It's like, we may have a bigger problem in our hands right now, and now we gotta focus on stopping him. It's like, why? What do you mean? He's gonna kill those people. And that's where he was actually right. When Trento pinned down on the Teostra Kushala, he turned his attention towards the hunter, saying that first, let's get rid of the insects first. It would be unsightly for them to watch. or even get an idea of interfering with my own prey. And that's where he started to attack the hunters, and that Jay got in the way and telling him that Trento, what is happening? This isn't really you, my guy. Whatever it is you got going on, you have to stop. Are you the one behind all the killings? And that there was a different laughter, and then Trento's mouth that was not his, saying, "Oh, on the contrary, it may be him, or maybe both of us. But in one sense, it may be him, but or me, or probably but in the reality, it's probably one of us." And that's where he's became much more scared. It's like, what? No way, this is. And Zenith said, "What the fuck?" And Jay almost said, "Fatalis. It's real." I said, "Of course. Who else would there be any rumors of Charade being just a little bedtime story? No. This is reality, dear Prince." And Jay noticed that this isn't like the real Fatalis is controlling, but he noticed that the armor was starting to change him, and that he heard rumors. He even heard from the he remembered hearing from the blacksmith as well before all this, saying that for Trento, when Trento asked the smithy to forge the armor or make it better or upgrade it after getting it morphed with his own armor, saying that, I don't know, this, I hear legends about this armor saying that if the wearer wears it too long, the hunter may go disappearing, or may never come back, or they may come back, but as the same person as before. And that's where Jay thought, could it be that that Fatalis armor may have taken over him? Where has he even gotten that skill all the time? I know he said that it was shard back then, but was it really a shard? Or was it just a little materialized object for Fatalis that it's alive or reviving itself somehow for so long? And that they know that they would have to fight him, which pretty much it was daunting to fight him, because one, it was their best friend. They would never, yeah, they do have spar, yes, they do spar, they do have, but they would never even want to fight each other like this, or even worse, kill each other if it comes down to that. But Jay and Zenitas, they were both willing to bring their friend back. Since they know that talking won't work, they would have to knock some sense into them. And eventually they did knock some sense into them momentarily, when they both used their methods, with Marcus also coming in the fray before Trento said made Jay say night night for stabbing it on his face, and Marcus came in just in the nick of time, and he tried using words to get through him, and it was working somehow, since Shinto was being mentally pushed back and physically pushed back at the same time. And the armor, the helmet started to open up, and it showed his face, saying, telling, pleading him to make it stop. Please end it. Please end this all. And then the armor just covered him back up, and he started to fly away. And he flew off from the new world, and Jay was wondering where he was going and that they should follow him. And that Jeff came in. It's like you may not, you may come, you have to think about this, you three. Where Trento is going is a place that no one has ever come back from, and that only a place like only a few old timers like myself would know where that place is, and that you would have to be very prepared. And JXY, I mean Zenith's XY basically, and Jeff said, well, it's pretty much. Hmm? Unless it would be cut. Yes, yes, he did kind of say something like that. Xenia's like, "Hey, come on, no, my pops, man." And Jeff's like, "Oh, please, we're only a little bit alike. If anything, I'd say all of you would be crisps, on, and not a very good kind, pretty much." And Jay got a little bit annoyed and just asked, "Where is he going?" And Jeff was like, "Oh God." No, normally Zenith wouldn't be sure to either be embarrassed or that he would sound delicious or scared or even thankful that he sounds tasty. It was see, at least someone thinks I would have been look tasty, Jay. See, maybe you have some different taste buds than you. Probably you would have liked eating Raplos. And Jay's like, are you an idiot? I am no cannibal. I was like, what? Oh, good. And Marka was just more or less confused, scratching his horns, like, huh? Since he was human once before the Shara thing, and that he came back as a bloodbath, and that afterwards, Jeff took them on a little flight while he was in his Safi form. It's like, whoa, Chinto really wrote this thing? I was like, hey, I am not an it, I'm a he, remember? Have some. Oh god. Hmm. Hmm. Jeff looking confused, like, oh, hey, Phoenix. He kinda don't know him, but he kinda heard of him. And then he's like, whoa, it's a real Phoenix. And there's like, the world really does evolve each day. It would have been, hmm, oh, ship agents. So you can actually, Zenith would have just said, so what, you could transform into an actual Dalmadur as well? And Jay's more less, and Zinnia is more or less friends like, holy shit, it is real! Since they never really seen a Fatalis up close. They only, mm, Mm. 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 And so while Jeff was leading the way, he began to explain to Jade about reminding him if his father ever told him the story about how the Great Dragon War became to be, and Jay already knew what it was about since he does kind of read at his free time, but never figured what happened. That Jeff being there explain at least as much as he knows. He doesn't know the full of it or what the reason why, but he knows what's going on, or at least bits of it. And with his knowledge, he began because he wasn't born at that time, so he was born like generations after it, like during the story's gen. So he tried to decipher as much as he could, and that Trento is heading there where a place where she may either come back alive as our ally again, or as our enemy that we may have to put down, and if and that this may be his own fight to deal with as well. He has to fight his own true power, because not only is he a Safi, he is also a half Fatalis as well. That is not just the armor itself as well, but it's also something else far deeper than that. He is controlling him, and if we don't either help get him, or if he doesn't get it off himself, then he'll be stuck in that forever, and he will no longer be the Trent that we know anymore and love or believed in, and that he would have to be put down somehow before he caused any more trouble. And so that as they reached to Charade, Jay noticed that things really had happened quite a lot since, and they only reached the town part. They didn't really reach the castle part, because that's where Trento would have been at. But Trento was actually at the watchtower, and that he was struggling to control his power while the sun was starting to slowly come down, since they have limited time before sunset, before Chinto actually begins to change, or else it'll be too late. And as Chinto's oh god. Oh yes, bonk. Even though that fucking hurts. And Jay would have smacked him saying language. And just like, oh, you guys are gonna kill the poor kid. Oh well, least problem with me. Drinks for me, I guess. Uh, oh god. And just like, well, that's one way to put it. Now I guess someone owes me a drink. A drink. Thanks. Thank God. It was like, oh, thank God, finally you found a vodka. Oh, thank God. Yes, age is pretty much I would prefer, but thank you. Yes. Oh God. And so for Trento, he started his as he was continuing to regain control over himself. His he started several eyes started to appear from his armor that had Fatalis evil eyes on there, and that horn started to grow from his head, and that his teeth and fangs it started growing, and his face started having a little pale complexion, and that he had a new set of wings on his other main ones that like obscures and ellipses over his main wings, and that as he was as he was changing, Jeff used a little move that with his bioenergy to cause Trento to for his energy to be to trap himself in under the ground for a little bit of time, and that he gave them an opportunity to talk some sense to them, and that while Trento was struggling, and that Jay's shoulder just for fighting over control over himself, that but Jay took it. Jay would take it anyway, and that afterwards Trento start to slowly stop flailing, and that he started saying his name slowly as if like it was working, but it was becoming much more harder, and that and Jinto's mind, he keeps hearing the voices, killed him, and it was and a demonic dark spirit that almost looks exactly like him, but he except that Trento inside his head, it was wearing a Fatalis armor, and that he was telling him to come on now, boy. Don't you really want this world to fall in peace? It's all what we both wanted, isn't it? So why not use this power and make a change for once? These hunters aren't gonna listen. They're just gonna use you anyway. Aren't you tired already at being asked for favors, and that just when one problem is done with, another one rises, and who they gotta rely on? You. They're They could have even asked Jay. He has the power of a demon that's beyond this world, and yet they still come for you. And you don't even like slaying monsters. And yet it's becoming much more tiring some to keep in more alive than it is killing them. So why not just end it all already? Let's just let this world burn and make a new age out of it. And when that armor said that, Trento straight out refused with a little struggle and said that no, I will never give up on my dream. I will not sacrifice my friends or anything just for some stupid power that will never be. I am not like you. You will never be me. And that dark spirit's like, oh, that is a shame, but oh well. I suppose you've won for now. But know this, that there are more to this world than meets the eye. Perhaps later, that things are not what it's always seemed to be, and that for you, once we, by the time we meet each other again, in some time or place in this moment. Until then, though, enjoy your peace while it lasts, because I don't think I can guarantee that there will be another moment of rest for you all. That is. Until then, and may the sapphire star light your way. And with that, Trento woke up back on his bed, and it's like, what happened? Was it a dream? It's like, well, it was not a dream, but well, let's just say that I think we found our who was responsible for all the hunters disappearing, and this devastated Trento to an extent that he almost thought about turning in his badge, his Sapphire Star badge, saying that after all the damage he's done and the lives he has taken, and that he almost nearly broken his promise to himself, not only to himself but to his friends and his family as well, and thought that he fucked up badly, taking those lives. And Jay keep reminding him that it was not his fault. He didn't mean to do any of that. That Fatalis power did it. Yeah. And then, yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And Chinto stated that it was that power felt so great that it didn't even realize that how far it was taking him, that it was changing him, and that as great as it felt, cause he doesn't have to be looked down as some some carried away little runt that's gonna get in the way of the hunts, that he can participate. And that Jay said, well, there are times where, yeah, he is the code. Yes, yes. and and Trudeau was just chuckling a little bit and said, well, is everyone else alright? Well, some casualties, but not. But well, at least you did send Morgoth to the hills, I guess. I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. Oh no, certainly he went back to his uh air quote royal family to pamper him that demons aren't real, Fatalis isn't real. And Gentle's just sweating and just chuckling nervously, like, well, that, I will think about that. Not against that, though, but, well, don't wanna scare him a bit just yet. And it's not even Halloween, it's like, Jay's like, dude, it's already past October. Well, it's October still, but dude, it's almost Halloween anyway. It's like, oh, that's nice. And then it's like, okay, dude, I think you just need some water, I guess. Yes, yes, and yes, insert Gentle is just petting him, petting her is like, okay, okay, I guess. And Trent, Yes. Yes, and their wings are better. I suppose Jeff says, shrugging his shoulders as he's. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Gentle dots. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, it's not. I mean, our dragons don't always need wings. I mean, even Balzac doesn't need wings to fight. And Jeff said. Hmm. Exactly. And Xena's like, wait a minute. So most of the time we fight in that zombie dragon, it doesn't even fly a lot, or you can fly. I was like, dude, you need to not be sleeping off in every yacht. It's like, no, I don't sleep all the time. It's just my family always asks for my attention. I was like, dude. It's like, oh no, 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 you get. Oh god, Zenidus is either traumatized or he's gonna be well. Oh shit, not good. And Jay's like, yes, yes, drain his blood, suck him dry. Wait, that sounded wrong. Yes, kill him. Yes. Mm. And they're like, oh no, I'm a virgin still. Hold up. It's like, well, Jay is like, well, I don't mean it that way, but whatever. It'll get him out of my sight soon enough. So do it. As it is running around trying to get away, and Zalix and Ace just watches and they just shrug before chuckling, drinking their teas. Like, well, they. And it's like, and it is just a whipper. And then is just laughs like, ah no, no, not the legs. And Jay was like surprised, like, well, I guess he can stay for that. That's the way to do it, man. I just hope he lasts as long too. And Turtles is laughing. I was like, yeah, thanks, guys. Oh God. Mm. Yes, yes, you keep scaring every day, and I'll just get. And if there's anyone that's gonna try to piss any of you guys off, I'll just give them your heads or their heads. Yes, yes, give us a PTSD. Yes, yes. And Xenia's like sweating. It's like, oh, this is not a dream, isn't it? This is just a dream. This is not a dream. Yes, it is. Oh God. As he uses wings just to get out of there. And Jay is just eating popcorn, just laughing like this is gold. This is perfect. Perfect. Yes. Hmm. Oh, you cut off at the last moment. Oh God. Oh yes. Now he looks pretty. Oh, come on. It's not even my birthday yet. Yes, even in his 30s, he's still finding glitter all his room. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Oh God. And now his mm, and now his children would even start putting glitter on his or his future children if he ever gets any would start putting glitter on him. It's like, oh, not you too. This can't be. It's like, an admirer would do this? And I just starts getting him thinking that it may not be Jay, but oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god. It's, and Jindo's like, oh come on, no. Look, oh, oh, no, why? I'm at my 50s. Oh yes. Oh, it's like, I'm not, but I'm not. Oh god. Oh yeah, I was also says Jay would give you. and Zenith is trying to get out of space, and then he ends up like, well, I give up. And then he starts fake crying like, why? Why? Hmm? Yes. Who knows? And Zenith remembers again. It's like, oh no, you don't remember that. No, 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 you don't know. I don't even remember that day. I think it was someone else. Ace is like sus. Sus. Are you sure? It was like a certain red dude with blue eyes and certainly pink red pretty dress. and with a little distinct reptile tail, since I know Rathians are tend to be green. Says Ace, and Xenia's like, Ace, not you too! Come on! Mm, okay. Mhm. Oh God. Oh yes. Ooh, ooh.